Hi friends, welcome to part 2 of this video on character puzzles by btechguru.com. In the first part, we saw what character puzzles are. Okay, basically, instead of fitting puzzle pieces together, or in Scrabble, we put words together. In character puzzles, we have to find the missing number, and there will be various forms like the two examples that we saw in part 1. Now, in this part 2, you have another question on your screen. So if you take a look at it, the question says which one will replace the question mark. It is followed by figures which look somewhat like this. So you have a line diagram with 13, 15 and 28. Then you have another one, similar one, a Y diagram which has 36, 54 and 90. And then you have another one, okay, which says 45, 63 and a question mark. Okay, now from this Y diagram, it is pretty evident that this number is a result of a mathematical operation performed between the top two numbers. So it's a pretty straightforward one. I can see that it is a simple addition. 13 plus 15 gives me 28. 36 plus 54 gives me 90. So similarly, 45 plus 63 is going to give me 108. So I'll go to my answer choices and I'll select answer choice number C. Now all of these questions will not be so simple. Okay, so let us take a look at a question that is slightly more complex than this. Okay, this involved only one mathematical operator, that is addition. Our next question is slightly more complex. So on your screen, okay, just keep looking at your screen. There are three figures, and in the last figure there is one question mark. Okay, now upon seeing these figures, we can understand that there is a central number. So of course the central number has to be a product of mathematical operations performed on the other four numbers. Let me start with the simplest thing that I can do. Let me add up all of them. So 10 plus 9 gives me 19, plus 14 gives me 33, plus 7 gives me 40, and 20 is half of 40. So let me see if the same logic applies to the second diagram as well. 11 plus 16 gives me 27, plus 10 gives me 37, plus 13 gives me 50, and 25 is half of 50. So I understand that the central number is half of the addition of the numbers at the edges. So I'll perform the same operation. Okay, that means the sum of the numbers in the final figure should be 44, because 22 is the central number, and the three numbers at the corner add up to 10 plus 15 gives me 25, plus 12 gives me 37. I have 37, I have to reach 44. So I'll do 44 minus 37. 44 minus 37, this will give me 7. 7 is the additional quantity that I require to make the sum of the edges 44. So I'll put 7 at the corner, and then I'll do 15 plus 7 plus 12 plus 10, which will give me 44, and half of that is going to be 22. So I'll select option B as my answer choice. Okay, so in this manner we can solve these questions, friends. Let us take a look at one final example. So you have two triangles on your screen, and just keep looking at your screen. So the first triangle has 108 in the center and 4, 8 and 9 at the edges. The second triangle has 5 and 4 and 12 at the edges and a question mark at the center. So the logic that applies for the first one will also apply for the second one. Okay, so if you add up 4 and 8, you get 12, and then you multiply that by the bottom number 9. 12 into 9 gives me 108. I'll apply the same logic to the second triangle. I'll add up 5 and 4, the two numbers at the top, that gives me 9, and I'll multiply it by the number at the bottom, that is 12. 9 into 12 will again give me 108. So I'll select answer choice C, that is 108. So in this manner we can solve character puzzles, friends, and I hope this video was helpful for you. I'll see you in another video on our series. Thank you.